Greetings once again, cosmic adventurers. Duuz-Diz-Din back again with Eden Zero. Previously, Zenolith, Inaruna's friend Mimi, explains how he came to be in such a state. Apparently, Mueller was the one in this universe to cause the robot uprising on Farista. When Zenolith went to go confront him, as it turns out, Mueller had been working for Void, looking to create an android powerful enough to join Void's new Oratian Says Galactica, with Zenolith ending up being the very key Mueller needed. So Mueller siphoned off Zenolith's powers and abilities, with Zenolith's last act before he completely shut down being to upload his consciousness into Mimi, before Mimi and Aruna escaped Farista before Mueller crushed it into nothing. And so, now knowing what they're up against, Shura and the Nero Empire squashed their beef with Oasis, although Oasis's rebellion in this universe is a little bit more tame. It's not so much like they doing a violent revolt. It's more along the lines of they know Shura's just really not cut out to be a ruler. And Shura ends up rejecting Shiki's offer of friendship as he says he has enough friends. But they'll be allies in the oncoming fight, as we see that Mueller has gone full android more or less, going back to his previous name, and ready to crush all who oppose him with his gravity. And oh boy, Mueller is like a cockroach that just never stays down. And now with such powerful ether gear on his side, how much more dangerous has he become? And will he be harder to stop than ever? Join me as I find out, won't you? Alright, Eden Zero and man, we are making up for some lost time with Valkyrie, cause damn, that cover page. Like, with the panties showing and that side boob action and just, yes please. Alright, enough cheesecake. Or more cheesecake. Sorry. I freaking lost myself for a moment there, just dead ass though. Chapter 241, Flight of the Valkyrie. Dun, 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 dun. Look at that ass. Oh, Xiao Mei. Huh, okay. Xiao Mei addresses us, saying, "It's good to see you again, everyone. I am Xiao Mei, the narrator of this story." Shiki and his crew set out to find Laguna on the planet of Sandra, but to their surprise they were attacked by Shura. Shura had come to Sandra to defeat Zenolith. However, Zenolith was not his former self. I swear Xiao Mei is just a foot fetish waiting to happen. Mueller had stolen Zenolith's power and used them to destroy the planet Farista. When Zenolith survived, Mueller plotted to have Shura and his team kill him. But Shura has learned the truth, and he is headed back to the Imperial headquarters at the temple. Shiki and his friend follow. Man, Xiao Mei, you're so much better at recaps than I am. Alright, we pick up with Klein looking out the window. Looking out the window. Sister comes up asking, "How are you doing, Klein?" And Klein says, Doing about what?" Sister says, "Mueller." Oh, right, yeah. I've thought about it from time to time. It's just like, God, Mueller, he's traumatized so many people. Sister says, "Mueller, I know you never met him in this world, but in the last one." Chris says, "Shut up, don't remind her." Klein simply smiles, saying, "Thanks to you, sister, I am fine." And sister gives Klein a smile right back. Meanwhile, Chris thinks to himself, "I'm not fine. I didn't get a chance to punch him in the last world." Yeah, that was the thing. Chris didn't really get to get some sweet, sweet vengeance on Mueller last time. After what Mueller did to Chris, like, Klein is one thing, I get it. You know, she got her kind of catharsis, she's moved on, but Chris? Ooh, man, I don't blame him for one to just beat that ass. We pick up at the briefing room on the Eden Zero, with Laguna looking around saying, "Wow, the ship, it feels so familiar." Shiki says, "I know, right?" Which approaches saying, It's nice to meet you, but I suppose this isn't the first time, Lord Laguna. Laguna stands stunned, saying, Witch? And Witch says, yes. Yeah. Laguna and Witch had a interesting relationship. That was kind of the thing once we got to that time skip. We didn't focus enough on a lot of the side characters. I feel like I've mentioned this before, but Laguna, Chris, Clyde, when we hit the time skip, they kind of moved into the background, which I was kind of sad about. Because honestly, some of the relationships ended up on the back burner for a lot of the plot. So it's only just dawning on me now that Witch and Laguna had an interesting relationship. Wise says, oh yeah, we haven't told you yet. She's alive in this world. Hermit smiles, saying, Valkyrie too, in case you cared. Valkyrie says, in case? You little... And Laguna really doesn't know Valkyrie like that. Oh, wow. And man, to see the normally pretty much unflappable Laguna, you see his face go from shock to him starting to break down, and he just cries and shakes and he smiles, saying, I'm so happy to see you again. Like, it really is emphasized how much Witch was like the core of the Eden's crew. Because I'll tell you, I mean, when she died, the series wasn't bad. It just wasn't the same. But this Witch doesn't have those memories or those experiences. It's still Witch, but it's not Witch at the same time. But it's just having the characters be so overjoyed to see her every time really drives home how much her death hit them. Shiki starts crying, saying, come on, don't cry. Or Rebecca says, same to you. Happy says, now the gang's all here. Happy, you liar. As Pino says, technically we still haven't found Miss Couchpoo, Miss Lobelia, or Mr. Connor. Exactly. Like, you're missing... I know they're not the biggest additions to the crew, but it still feels like it'd be pretty messed up to just move on without them. Especially Connor. You know, Rebecca's dad and really, really good pilot. Wise adds, we might need Connor, but there's no reason to drag the other two back on the ship. Hermit says that's true. I get it, but still... Rebecca says originally the plan was to go to the Yukino Cosmos to get instructions on how to find Mother. Oh yeah, they needed to go to the Yukino Cosmos. We haven't been there, right? No. We only ever made it to the Kaede Cosmos. Homura notes, but we cannot abandon Zenolith. Zenolith says, my apologies. And, wait, why is Aruna here? Aruna says, oh, Mimi stopped being Mimi again. Why did you bring the child? Rebecca questions as well, so why did we bring Aruna with us? Shiki says she didn't want to leave Mimi, although Witch notes there is a possibility that this ship will go to war. But Aruna picks up Mimi, saying, that's okay, I have Mimi and Zenny with me. She adapted real fast. Well, Zenolith questions Zenny. I don't know why that tickled me so much. The Zenolith thing it's sad, but at the same time, it's way too funny to me for some reason. Shura then messages over to the Eden Zero saying, can you hear me, Shiki? Shiki says, sure. Shura says, I want you to stay out of this. It's our problem. While Shiki says, yeah, but we're not tagging along for fun. We have to help Zenolith. Shura says something's up at the temple. We haven't been able to contact them. Ooh. Shiki questions, what? Shura then shouts, that's noticing like a fleet of something heading his way towards his ship. Oh, he shouts, the Imperial Fleet. Right. Nessa questions, they're all unmanned? Are they being piloted with AI? Lyra questions, what happened? Marianne says, I don't want to believe it, but... And Caleb finishes saying, did Mueller take control of the military? Shura can only shout, damn it. While Sika says, this is not good. They're not accepting our signal. While Fabiano questions, have they designated us as an enemy? Emperor Shura's personal ship? And it is something Mueller would do. Regina then informs everyone they're attacking as the fleet opens fire on Shura's own ship. See... there's not even the pleasure of being like, Shura, how's it feel? Because, again, I don't register this Shura as that previous Shura. Shura basically freezes in the moment, too. And Fabiano calls out evasive maneuvers, but Sika tells him, we We don't have time. Suddenly, something comes gleaming from the distance. Of course, the Eden's Zero comes racing in front of Shura's ship, much to his shock, as Witch calls out, "Activate protection matrix," and the Eden Zero's shielding takes all of the damage that was about to be inflicted upon Shura's ship. Shiki calls out to Shura, "We got you covered. Let's get to your headquarters and stop Mueller." Shura can only question, "Why would you?" But on board the Eden Zero, Witch calls out, "All hands to battle station." Rebecca races off saying, "We're going out there too." Hermit says, "Preparing to fire Scorpion missiles. Loading main cannon." Wise calls out to Homura, "Let's go." She says, "Indeed." And Valkyrie. Ooh, yes. Ooh, Flight of the Valkyrie indeed. I'm just... like you hear these doors opening and you see Valkyrie's face like, yes, today is a good day for battle. And she says, well, if it's a battle you want, I'm your gal. Sword of Eden's preparing for takeoff. Oh, and she just launches herself out of the Eden Zero. I wasn't expecting. It's funny too because, we have Elsie, and it's been said that Homura's kind of like the Urza of the group, but this is Urza. If there was anything that made me think of Urza, it's this. Valkyrie just launching herself out of the Eden Zero. Honestly, I would have found it hilarious if she launched herself out of the cannon or something. Homura is shocked, saying, "What? Teacher?" Oh, Rebecca says, "Whoa, no spacesuit." And Happy tells her, "Well, she is an android." Valkyrie summons her sword, saying, "Look, I haven't been in this story for a long time, so let me make up for that." She doesn't say that, but that's what's going on in my mind. And she just starts slicing through the fleet ships, one after another. I don't know how she's propelling herself through space. I wouldn't be surprised if she's using the explosion for each ship she destroys to just, each blast propels her forward. She slices down one, then another, then another, then another. Yeah, she must have some self-propulsion system, because the fleet starts firing upon her and she dodges all of it gracefully. Oh man, this is gonna look beautiful animated. Oh, no way. Really? Here and now? Valkyrie then says, removing ether limiter, switching to overdrive mode. I didn't think we were gonna get that here. And she unleashes the Odin Buster. Oh man, her overdrive mode looks so badass. With the metallic wings, and she has these rings floating around her that just fire off this barrage of lasers. Badass. And it just starts. Her Odin Buster annihilates the fleet. It really goes to show how handicapped they kind of were, not always having the full team together in a lot of situations. And I'm not just saying that like putting down Homura, it's just like a lot of times they're split up. And I feel bad for the likes of like Wise and Rebecca and stuff, because a lot of times the people who defeat them can only be defeated by the shining stars or something. Shiki calls out, "Awesome." Nessa looks a little apprehensive, saying, "So, when they beat the crud out of us," Lyra finishes saying, "They weren't even trying?" While Caleb shouts, "They're too strong." Nah, man, that look from Valkyrie. Yeah. We then pick up at the temple with Mueller calling out, "So, you've come back, you snot-nosed brat." Well, it makes no difference. The Empire is doomed. Oh, the bombs. Oh, that's right. No. But that was always the thing. And that was always the thing I thought of after it happened. Because Mueller says, more importantly, if my calculations are correct, these 20,000 Imperial antimatter bombs, the Empire's ultimate weapon, if I apply my gravity powers to them, it should cause a chemical reaction that will give me the power to travel through time. Oh, snap. Yeah, that's how Ziggy came to be. Weird. Mueller, I don't think you'll survive that, bro. But the thing was, Ziggy said to Shiki when he set off those bombs and it ended up eventually killing Valkyrie that Shiki made the wrong choice. So will we see Shiki make the right choice? That's one of the lingering things that have been in my head for a long time. How did Shiki make the wrong choice? What was the right choice? But see, that's odd too, 'cause Mueller's trying to time travel, but I thought time travel wasn't possible in Universe Zero. Or is it just that Rebecca's method of time travel isn't possible? I wonder. This is Universe Zero, where the best of outcomes always happen, so I have to believe that we're not gonna kill off Witch a second time, because I'd legit be pissed. I know drama, but it's like no, you don't get to bring her back after you don't get to have a dramatic death. Bring her back technically, but Witch still died. Like that's the thing. The Witch we're with now has none of those memories. None of those experiences. It's all new to her. That's the thing. Like, it's kind of like having an echo of Witch. It's nice to have her there, but she doesn't have those experiences. It's weird. It's bittersweet, honestly. So to have her sacrifice she would sacrifice herself. But I see Shiki stopping it this time, if it happens again. But no, I don't see Mueller's plan succeeding. But I thought there was more to it than just the bombs going on with that time travel. And it's a one-way trip. That's the thing too. He sets this off. He only gets propelled forward, right? Unless he's figured out a way maybe to go backwards. Is that what he wants? Huh. But that kind of time travel wouldn't technically affect this world, right? Oh man. Time travel. Regardless, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. What do you think about Mueller's plan? How will our hero stop it? And will history end up repeating itself? So much has already changed, and every fiber of my being says no. But there's always the possibility, so let me know your thoughts. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the ride, and so you don't miss out on the next video. And until then, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.